Hey everyone, and welcome back. Here's a second look at the Uniden Madison that I recently acquired. Today I'm going to just get inside the radio and give it a general cleaning. And the reason for that is, as you see the volume button here, I don't have an antenna hooked up, but the volume button needs to be cleaned. That's squelch. And let's see, the mode switch. It needs a cleaning. The noise blanker is working. And I think channel line is not too bad. Channel line switch. The rotary dial, let's see. Sounds the same as the channel line actually. Button. That don't sound too bad. I'll give it a cleaning. And the products that I'm going to use is just the typical stuff that you've seen me use before, the deoxit. There's a better product than this apparently out, and I'm going to pick it up. It's called Deoxit Fader Lube. I think it's probably the best thing for doing volume buttons and sliders and stuff like that. So it'll come in handy as a musician entertainer for that sort of stuff, like for audio sliders and stuff like that as well. So it'll really come in handy. Also going to use this Canadian product. I guess it's the complement to Deoxit, which is made by MG Chemicals. Neutral. You've probably seen a video on this before. I think it's pretty well the same thing as Deoxit, but I'm going to use that as well. The only thing, as you can see, there is channels put on this radio, and I'm going to show you the back in a minute. This here is the three-way switch. It's for regular band, and the other two bands are for the other switch positions are for channels above channel 40. As you may have, I didn't show you in the last video. Obviously, this is the headphone jack, and they put this switch there. But the headphone back is on the back of the radio. I'll give you a look at that in a moment. But before I do, just wanted to make one observation here. Right here is a dim bright button. And I guess it's for the whole radio, maybe just for the clock. I'm not sure. I'm thinking it's probably the whole radio. But as you may be able to see, when I press this button, I see it kind of blink, but it doesn't never dim. It always stays at that one consistency. It would appear anyway. I don't know. If you could see that, maybe I'll just zoom in and you'll see the numbers. And feel free to mention this in the comments if this is normal. You probably can't see the blinking, but it's definitely not. It's definitely not working. So I'm going to go in and see if I can clean this. Obviously, it's on the vertical board here, so that should be pretty easy to get at. So let's have a look at the back of the radio. Okay, here's the back, and as you can see over here, this is where they place the headphone jack, and it's in really good condition. The back is really clean. So is the back of the speaker here. I got to say, I'm very impressed. It's very easy to get into these radios. Just remove these two screws here. There's two on the bottom down here, two on the other side, and two in the front on the top over here. And we should be able to get into the radio, and we'll have a look at that. Before I go, the plastic is still on this. I guess this is the serial number badge. That's I don't know if you can see that, but it's still a piece of plastic there. Still on there. That's pretty cool, I gotta say. I didn't realize it was there, and I was thinking why it was so clean. And best I can say, I think this is a radio from the 1973. Focus, 1973 possibly. But here is the telltale sign. I think, focus, sorry about that guys. I think that 5A7, I think the 5 would stand for 1975. I think that's how it reads. Can't say for sure. But, and there's the AC/DC switch. Okay, here's the internal part of the radio. You can actually see the digits on the clock through here. I didn't realize this was before, but of course this is the clock circuit board. As you may see down there, I may have to get a flashlight. That's where the switch is to, down in there, and here is where they placed the headphone jack into the back, as you can see here. This is the 8719 chip, which is a very modifiable chip. And I don't know what's been removed, but I know it's doing stock power. And so the only thing that's been done to this radio is channels added for above 40. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get in and spray that switch in there, right here on the inside, the channel switch, and I'm going to spray the volume button here, volume on-off button, and a few of the other buttons that may be causing some static and noise, and see if we can clean it up. Okay, I've taken the liberty of cleaning all the potentiometers in there, and I just wanted to draw your attention to these lights. I think this is a low mileage radio, and the reason why I say this is because these bulbs look original. And I'll just turn off the power here, and I don't know, I just want your opinion on this. Does that look like original right here? Looks like this has never been unplugged, but then again, it's like heat shrunk. Is that normal, or is that the original bulbs? I'm going to guess where it's heat shrunk. It's probably not, but obviously somebody went through the trouble of buying original bulbs with the original wiring, would appear, to go back into the radio. So we're going to swing this around and see if we get rid of some of the noise in the switches. Okay, the dimmer switch is in behind this this circuit board here. Now I could take the whole faceplate off to get at it, but I decided to try to hit it from here. Camera steady here. Remove the button here, nice and gently, and here's the switch. It's recessed. I've hit it with deoxit, and I'm not exactly sure if it's working or not. Hit the radio power, and let's have a look to see if I can get this readjusted here for you. It's not so easy being single-handed. I think we got it there now. But I think this is the one thing that probably, I don't know, maybe it is working, I don't know, but I think this is the one thing that may not be working. And I may have to take off the faceplate to investigate this further. We'll turn the radio on, and I guess zooming in, and get the switch in place. Let's see. Yeah, it's doing something. I can actually just touch the button and it cuts it out. But I don't really see dimming. It's not dimming. That's the only thing I notice. See, I can just press it in here and cancel the clock out altogether. And if I come over here to the lights, nothing. So I'm going to see if I can go a little bit deeper on this switch and clean it up. I don't know if it's stuck in high, in bright, or in dim. I'm not sure, but we're going to have a look. Okay, we done some extra work on the dim switch here, and doesn't appear to be engaging properly, so I don't know if it's in the dim position or the bright. Let it sit for a while and see if it frees out. In the meantime, radio's on, and the volume button is a lot better now, and the mode switch better than what it was. And let's see, sorry, not the mode switch, the extra channel switch. Here's the mode switch for AM and sideband. Best I can remember, all the Washingtons I have, the three of them, this mode switch is always that same way. It's kind of funky. And so is the channel 9. That's normal. And I never bothered to do anything with the channel selector, because I did realize they all do that. Every Washington that I have does the same thing. And I have some Washingtons that are low mileage, we'll say. And that this one here is definitely, she's definitely low mileage, and it's very clean. Other than maybe these bulbs may have been replaced at some point for the meters, I'm thinking it's probably all original. And the only thing done, like I said, that I could see was the modification for extra channels. So, other than the bright dim, looks like we're a go. I'm going to Google that and see if that's something that may be pretty common when it comes to Uniden Madisons. I don't know. But it's only a two-way switch, and I'm sure it's probably just still dirty for some reason. It's probably just stuck in one position that long. I guess the other contact points that would make it bright or dim maybe need to be cleaned physically. So that means taking off this bezel here, the faceplate here, and all the buttons, and getting access to it and cleaning it. Although I don't think I'm going to get into that, because there's a wafer there, springs and contacts, and it's a pretty small button. So if I can't clear it with general cleaning, deoxit or whatever, I'm not going to bother, because I could end up breaking the switch altogether, and then where do you find the switch to replace it? And I'm not going to bother to solder one in. Pretty happy with the radio as is. So that's it. Cleaned up, and I'm going to reassemble now and give it a test run on the antenna and see how things are. But it should be just fine. Thanks for dropping by, and we'll catch you soon.